Alright, hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 48 of the Manchester United Career Mode. Oh, bear with me, guys. Just need to check something as we load into the game. Alright, sorry about that. The neighbour's kids are out next door and I don't want to be yelling while the window's open, so I just went to close my window. But we have got a big game. If you don't count, last game was a big game. If you didn't see last episode, we qualified to the FA Cup semi-finals with a hell of a dramatic game against Everton. So I would advise you go back and watch that. I mean, if you don't like if you like commentary, maybe don't go watch it because I couldn't commentate on it because of audio issues. But if you like FIFA gameplay, that is probably it at its apex. Some banging goals in there, some dramatic moments. But today, a slightly easier task, maybe. I'm hoping Atalanta don't turn up like Everton did. But we've got Atalanta in the second leg of the Europa League. And if we defeat these, of course, we'll move on to the quarterfinals. I mean, after this, I know it's going to be crazy, but after this, we're actually going back to league games. I know it's an alien thing. It's an alien. We don't play league games a lot anymore. I miss them. But we'll get them back. That'd be good. But ladies and gentlemen, not league yet, unfortunately. Let's go into the press conference.
Benvenuti a tutti, possiamo cominciare con le domande.
Unfortunately, I don't speak Italian, but I'm sure Maguire is... It's not really a blow. It's only 5... Oh yeah, Maguire's injured. You see the last episode. But it's only a 5-day injury, so we're only losing him for this game when he's back for the Southampton game. Generally one of the greatest games I've seen in FIFA. Madness would kick off to the final whistle. Must see. Yeah, last episode was a blast, but also annoying because I couldn't commentate. Audio issues didn't help it, but the actual gameplay was fantastic. We always respect opponents. Everton took us to their fucking edge. And we beat Atalanta in the first leg, and we've got a 2-goal advantage. Don't write them off, because I nearly wrote off Everton. Boy, was that a mistake. Just because we beat them 4-1 in the league doesn't mean they can't turn up in the cup.
Grazie a tutti per essere intervenuti.
Nearly got surprised. I do this a little bit just to scout, but I kind of want to see what position Atalanta are in their league. I wish you could scroll from upwards from the top, then down up, but Atalanta are in 5th, so they're having actually quite a good season. Not doing Osasuna. They're in a good spot. That's fair enough. They could actually give us a game here then. And we'll check the Premier League table after this game, because I know there's some Premier League fixtures going on at the same time as we play this. So I'm going to check the Premier League table after we've done this, see how many games we are behind, see how much we have to catch up. But looking at this, super sub Aussie men inspires late win. It looked for most of the game as if the teams couldn't be separated in what was a very even contest. Aussie men, though, came off the bench in the closing stages, inspired a last gasp victory for Manchester United. Van der Beek next brace as Manchester United beat Everton. That's the understatement of the century. But Van der Beek was in superb form for Manchester United, scoring twice and helping his side to a 4-3 win against Everton. But not only that, he scored the winning goal in the dying minutes of extra time. Harry Maguire injury worries fans. I mean, it's a bruised elbow. I don't think we need to cry about it, really. He's back for Southampton. Man United fans will have plenty to be worried about after yesterday's match against Everton. Maguire has picked up a bruised elbow injury, leaving him unavailable for the near future. Team of the week, not man of the week, what? Team of the week. Henderson in between the sticks. Donny's in there. Finlay Alexander somehow in there. He came off the bench, but I guess nobody else did too much. Milinkovic-Savic is at Arsenal? Fair enough. Good signing from them. Osimhen also in the squad, of course, because he's Osimhen. Oh, Napoli beat Liverpool in the Champions League. Ooh. Ooh. That'll take the momentum down a little bit. Hopefully they've lost in the Premier League as well. After scoring twice without replying in their first game against Atalanta, Manchester United snatched a huge advantage over their opponents. Now they'll need a great performance in front of their own fans to secure a place in the next round. The rest of the Premier League are going to start the next season by the time you get caught up. I know. We're probably about 4 or 5 games behind now. But yeah, because Maguire's got that stupid 5-day injury, we'll have to change him in here rather than going into the game. I'm going to give some youth players some time on the pitch. I'm going to go 1 striker, so I don't know what I've done it on the 2 striker variation. Give me a second. And Nunez will be the striker selected today. It is really just to put Bellingham back in the squad, and we're going to have Fernandes in as well, purely because Van de Beek's tired. Otherwise, I would start Van de Beek. He's world class, but Van de Beek... In fact, actually, no, we're not going to have Fernandes. My apologies. Bellingham was actually going to play with someone younger than him in the centre midfield areas here. We're going to give Bradshaw a run out. So Henderson will actually come out of goal. I want to see what De Gea is like in the Europa League. Mazraoui, Upamecano, Guardiola, Shaw is fine. McTominay starts all the time because he's McTominay. Bellingham, Bradshaw, Alexander, Elanga, and Nunez. That'll be our squad. Rashford can drop to here. Maguire can drop off completely because he's injured, of course. Williams can slot in centre back if absolutely necessary. Ronaldo will come in here. And Laird will come in here. I can't give Laird minutes. I think that's how we roll for this one. And I know he said give Bruno the captaincy on one of the emails, but neither Bruno or Ronaldo are playing, so McTominay once again will assume control of the armband. It might be more of a theme for Season 3, but at the moment, I'll just show you the emails as well before we head in here. Captaincy for Bergwall fixture, or Atalanta fixture, obviously. It wants Bruno to have it, but Bruno won't be playing. And then there's a player injury. He's out for 5 days, so of course it's 4 days between the games. He'd actually be available if the game took place tomorrow. But anyway, we'll go into it. I'm just going to have one final gloss over, make sure the bench is as I want it. And it is, I think. I don't think there's anything I need to change. Big style. I want to give Elanga a run out. Sancho, I'm going to rest for the Southampton game. In fact, I have Sancho on the bench and Rashford on the reserves, I think. And of course, we've got Osimhen if we need him. Absolutely. He has to be there. He has to be included. Cavani's now down to 73. Man might hit a 70 before the end of the season. I think everyone else is where they should be here. Bruno can have a full rest. Actually, no. Bruno can't have a full rest. We're going to have to take one of the strikers off. Ronaldo, sorry, lad. We'll start Ronaldo in the Premier League, though, to cheer him up against Southampton. Ronaldo and Osimhen are probably the starter too. But anyway, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on this. Musso in between the sticks. Romero, Palomino, and Toloi as the back three. Toloi will be the captain for Atalanta. Canales and Mela, the wide midfielders. Pasalic and Jovic as the centre midfielders. Beats me why they're actually using Jovic as a centre mid instead of a striker, which is his position, but that is what it is. Coop Miners and Williams, the attacking midfielders. And then up front is Roger. As for us, we've got De Gea in between the sticks, Shaw and Mazraoui as the fullbacks, Guardiola and Upamecano centre-backs, McTominay CDM, Bellingham and Bradshaw as the centre midfield options today, Elanga left wing, Alexander right wing, and then Darwin Nunez up top. We're at the Stadio Classico with a 2-0 aggregate advantage. Let's get into it. Do you have a Twitter or an Instagram? Would love to follow you on one of those. Totally understand if you want to keep that private though. Yeah, I do. You can follow. You can happily follow me. It's up to you. I don't really use either of them that much, but you're more than welcome to follow. I'll put it in the chat. Give me a moment. There is the username. Bear with me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Finlay Alexander like 6 foot when we signed him from the academy? He's grown 3 inches, the bloody giant. I'm wondering maybe move him as striker. We need work on his shooting, of course, but otherwise.
On what is a perfect night for football, the floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And it's the second leg of this round of 16.
We're at Stadio Classico, home of Bergamo Calcio.
Well, Derek, United were good in that
first
leg,
known as Atalanta.
They need to play well again today. This certainly won't be an easy game for them.
The username is the same for both, by the way. I still don't get why they're using Jovic as a centre mid, but I guess it's their strategy maybe. And what, some long shots? I don't know. So me putting Osimhen as a centre mid, it's just questionable.
And this is how the hosts will begin the game today.
Well, the way they're set up, it's vital that they don't let the opposition switch the play. They must lock them down one side of the pitch, but they should have an advantage in midfield.
The lineup for Manchester United.
Stamina Scott will be the captain today. We've switched up a little bit. Bradshaw's getting another run out. He's the most promising young talent, so he's getting most of the chances. We'll be a bit favoured, a bit biased, obviously. Maybe Jeffrey and other players should be getting a bit more chance, but hopefully we can move them on, either loan or permanent, in the summer window, and you'll get a chance to deserve a different club. But we are here in the Stadio Classico, a 2-0 aggregate scoreline advantage, but anything can happen. I'm pretty sure I had a 2-0 aggregate advantage against Barcelona in the Champions League season 1, or was it? I had some kind of advantage against Barcelona, and they brought it back and nearly took us out.
Continues his run.
Nunez.
Bradshaw.
Tried a little fancy ball over to Alexander there, but it didn't quite work.
Well, how about
Meccano hits it off Roger. I think that was intentional, just to get the handball free kick.
Well,
Canal is apparently a player to watch. Interesting. Okay, I wouldn't agree, but
situations, he can see a pass. He's very creative with his play. I think he's going to be the outstanding player today.
Meccano off to Bradshaw, and I think we could just chill a little bit. It's a bit less, you know, important. Well, it's not really less important, but it's less of a problem in the Everton game. But Nunez is going to put us 1-0 up. Never mind. Musso's putting a good save.
From a top-class goalkeeper, that's absolutely brilliant.
There's less pressure on us in the second leg than there was in the FA Cup quarter-final last episode. I could have shot that a lot better. I shot more or less at Musso. I put some venom on it. Might take him into the back of the net. We'll aim for Gvardiol.
Deliver it accurately. And a goal! An early boost for them. The first goal of the
And you've got to respect from the young academy talent, Patrick Bradshaw, put it straight onto the head of Josko Gvardiol. And it's 1-0 here at Stadio Classico.
Well, here it is again. It's a well-delivered ball into the box, and it's a comfortable finish in the end, which is made to look so easy. It's a
great ball in from the young. It's a great header from the centre-back, who is growing day by day at this club. I believe that's Bradshaw's first goal contribution in the Manchester United shirt. As in goals or assists, he's been involved. It was a good idea to start him today. Josko getting his first goal in the Europa League, of course. He won't score many. He'll be happy with that one. And that should do enough. Now again, De Gea could have a mare. The defence could have a mare. But I doubt it. We're feeling ourselves today. Rhythm. We're feeling the rhythm. How was Mela caught up? I don't know, but Darwin Núñez intercepts and then loses the ball. And now we've got no Luke Shaw for some reason. Don't want Luke Shaw to do any of that really, but fair enough, I guess. Now Gvardiol's out of position. We're having a bit of a mare here defensively, but it should be okay to close this down. Because Iñaki Williams has just dribbled off the pitch. There's a header again. Perfectly placed. Defender can get it clear. Keeper can get to it. Gvardiol puts us up. He knocks it to Shaw. Awful touch, but yet somehow we've got the bounce. For all those bounces we didn't get in the bloody Everton game. Into Darwin. Bradshaw. Back to Darwin. Stamina. Scott! Go for it again. No, not to be on that occasion.
Great stop and then the reaction.
He succeeds in clearing.
Alanga doesn't accept, but now they're getting the bounce. That's fair because we got one earlier. We're only allowed one, they're allowed about 6.
Well, great read there to
Gvardiol,
intercept.
he could have a game and a half today, except he's just lost it there. I mean, I tried to pass it, but I guess it just delayed or something. That's why good interception. And we move with Finlay Alexander. Absolute pace merchant. And rhythm could be played through here. Mela closes him down though. Bradshaw can't quite get there ahead of Pasalic. And McTominay covering brilliantly there. Stamina Scott always there on hand. That's why he could captain the side next season. Most likely candidate anyway. Bradshaw can't do anything with that. It was overhit by Núñez, and then that's just an absolute foul and a half there from Tolo. Definitely yellow. McTominay has a rocket on his foot. His shots have unbelievable power on him. I know it's mental. I thought I was going to send the keeper into the back of the net. Well, we're in a good spot here. A relaxing spot, some would say. Meccano to Rhythm. That's a brilliant turn from Rhythm, sending a defender the wrong way. Tried to get it to Bellingham, not quite on that occasion. Núñez. Bradshaw. I wanted to take the shot himself, I think, there, just to see if he could. But obviously, lack of experience there. I think messed him over more than anything else. Meccano just been a little bit of a problem. No real intent behind that one, just being there. Marzawai gets it away. Bradshaw. This man has got a pass on him, by the way. Can we appreciate that? Rhythm has to finish this. It's a good save. It's near post. Musso. Bradshaw's got some pass on him. That's something we need to keep an eye on. That's a brilliant ball over Olanga, and it should be 2-0 really, but Olanga's finish has been questionable all season. That Bradshaw pass reminded me of the McTominay pass yesterday to Bruno in real life in the Liverpool game. Alexander, go to Gvardiol again, you might as well. That's not who I aim for. Could still work though. Bradshaw. Bellingham, can we go the right way please, Bellingham? I know you don't play football in 7 months, but you should know where your goal is. McTominay. Núñez. Bradshaw. You don't if you don't try. I really should pass it back into Núñez really, but you don't if you don't try. It looks like it's a United throw. Marzawai all the way back to Alexander. Bradshaw. McTominay. Bellingham. Bradshaw's down for some reason.
Precise ball movement.
That pass was not what we needed there.
Could be a chance to break here.
If you remember at the end of the day, he is only 66 rated still. Roger could have us on strings here. Pasalic gets tackled, and then nobody on the United team wants to follow up. Alright, fair enough. You know, let him have a chance anyway. Be rude not to. I pressed it with Guardiola. I didn't aim it there either to Bellingham. I aimed it for McTominay. So let's go again and get it right, lads. I know we're in a good spot, but let's not fucking fall. Bellingham into Nunez. Back to Jude Bellingham. He's still a little bit off his game, but he has just come back from a massive injury, so we'll allow it. Nunez. Alanga. Bradshaw looking to be able to run through. He's going to receive the ball. It's not the greatest of balls from Nunez. Well, Bradshaw, he does go with the United shirt, and this man. I know we've got Alexander, who's going to be obviously the star, the standout out of the youth academy. But Bradshaw, definitely in the conversation, or at least wants to be. Could get there eventually. That's an awful pass from Nunez, and yet somehow got him an assist. Patrick Bradshaw with a finish. Bradshaw starting to make in. He's no Finlay Alexander, but he's a very good player in his own right. He's been class today. A brilliant ball. Straight ahead of Guardiola for the first goal. And then even though the pass from Nunez was dire there, he made it through defence. And look, he's even defending for us here. Right to give him a start today. Not a lot of pressure on us, so he's just been playing really well. But Alexander, look at him. He just glides. He just glides through his whole defence. Finishing still needs a little bit of work, but he might score here. Nope. Oh, kick the rebound. But Finlay Alexander could just pierce through teams. We're not going to need Osimhen today. Probably should have had Ronaldo instead on the bench, but just on the off chance. McTominay gets a tackle in. We're going to get another chance for the break. No. Yes. Yes. It's not where I was aiming for it to go, but it could still work. I wanted that to go for it, Bellingham. 2-0 at the break, though. We've been full value for it.
It is half time here.
It's just a matter of if. Well, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's a matter of how many we're going to get today. Guardiola, early header, 9 minutes in to give us the lead. And Bradshaw making it 2. The brilliant finish from an interesting Nunez pass. Taking a look around the grounds. Benfica lead. Benfica lead Juventus. Juventus could be on the way of going out here, I think. Arsenal drawing with Dinamo Zagreb. Lazio drawing with Villarreal. And Galatasaray drawing with Lyon. We'll check the full, obviously. That's extra time. So Benfica are through. I didn't realise that game was over. Benfica have dumped out Piemonte Calcio. Fair enough. We've been all over them, and I don't think it's going to change the second half. 71 to 29 possession, 9 shots to 0, 3.8 expected goals to 0.0. We're flowing brilliantly here today, like a well-oiled machine, and Bradshaw's been at the centre of it.
It is the second and decisive leg of this Europa League Round of 16 tie, and the second half begins here.
And that should be Mazraoui without problem. Canales, a bit aggressive there. Not a fan of that. Bradshaw.
They've regained possession.
Intercepted. This is where... Sorry, oh yeah, this is where I turn into prime fucking Barcelona. They'll just ping everything about perfectly and get 3 goals or something. They've read me like a book there, to be fair. Nunez wins the ball back, though. They've been woeful today. So far. Alexander. Take on Romero here and win that little fight. Nunez onto Bellingham. Nunez. Try to knock it on back in. I should have just taken it on my right foot, really, but I wanted to try and knock it into someone. Guardiola does really well, especially seeing as Luke Shaw isn't there for some reason. And in the end, Inaki Williams dribbles it off the pitch. They've been woeful today. I don't know if they're going to get much better. Pasalic coming off for Kovalenko. I'm pretty sure Inaki Williams came off as well, but I didn't see the substitution. It might have been Roger that actually came off. Roger for Zapata. I don't know why I'm not starting Zapata, to be honest. I was curious about that when I saw the lineups at first. Nunez to Bellingham. Alexander. Either Alexander or Alanga needs to make the run. We can't just both have them standing still. Alright. One he is. Fucking one he is.
It's with Williams. Could be threatening.
Tackled by Luke Shaw, who gets the ball. Not me.
Well, the threat
Is the answer
is
to that
very
one, but if
real.
McCann closes it down, McTominay
Good work to win the ball back high.
passes it away, then gives it away.
Just make
That's
sure
not what you
nothing
expect
came
from
of
Stamina
that.
Scott. Shot into McTominay.
Breaking at pace.
Knocks it outside to
Do they
Alexander.
have the guile to open up the defence?
He's back into Stamina Scott. It is. He's not going to have the space to take the shot on, and that wasn't for Bellingham. It was actually for Bradshaw. How does Luke Shaw think he needs to attack as well when I've got him on stay back?
30 minutes to go.
Now with Mercado's opposition, but that's my fault.
Well, possibilities in the centre. And possibilities here. Williams! Keeper getting
Save
the
from
touch.
De Gea and a double
goalkeeper
save.
in great form.
And he's
This is
just
where-
pulled off an absolutely stunning
This is
save
where it's going to get
there.
interesting. You
That
come
is
to the gym
brilliant.
today? Yeah, I probably will. De Gea saved that with his crotch. I mean, they may get a route back into this particular game, but aggregate, I think we're through. Bradshaw heads it away. Not in the direction I wanted it to go, but he does head it away. Guardiola defends.
Corner forthcoming.
Now at Atalanta corner. I don't think we need to bring Bradshaw off, you know. No more kids for De Gea. No, he's had all his. Actually, might have bounced off his thigh rather than his area, of course, but can't really tell from that replay.
Now sending it in. Well, they couldn't
Sent
take
in.
advantage of
McTominay
the
gets it.
chance.
Gonzo. I think Bellingham's clashed with someone there, and he might stay down. I think they've got back up now. Actually,
Well,
Alanga
fixing
can't
the
get there.
defender. And the flag
Offside
does
against
go up. Must
Canales.
have been tight.
Why would I swap? Why would I swap Bradshaw for Cucurella? Like, I understand the Bradshaw for Fernandez one, but one's a centre mid and one's a left back. And Luke Shaw's not been awful today. Bradshaw,
Nunez.
Nunez. So I'm not going to bring Cucurella on, I don't think, in this game. He may start the Prem game against Southampton. Bradshaw, it's a beautiful ball to Alanga. If the game would have actually aimed it that way, because I fucking sure as hell did. The idea was good in my head. Alexander.
And he's taken it away.
They're really going to turn prime, aren't they? Prime bloody Barcelona on me.
Oh, he's left his marker.
Zapata is to Atalanta like Ozyman is to me. Yeah, and somehow it's got in, but I'm not surprised. I'm not actually surprised. Why would I be? The game just it has this change, and I don't get what it is. It just somehow figures itself out. It's like, oh, actually.
Well, let's look at this again. He's done superbly well to pick out a teammate here, and then the finish is fairly simple.
I've done
at the
awful
end.
there with
That's a
Meccano,
good
I can't
goal.
lie, but how are either Guardiola or De Gea not blocking that? Well, Guardiola stuck out the wrong leg, and I guess De Gea couldn't see. This is Old Trafford. No, it's their stadium. It's Stadio Classico.
Just to confirm the
But
aggregate situation.
Canales gets one back. It's not going to matter. The full-time aggregate scoreline, of course, but
Moving forward effectively.
it is a goal for Atalanta to take with them and treasure. Bradshaw. And they said he was a player to watch at the start. I should have listened.
Giving the ball away. We're really closing him down here.
And a couple of subs in a few minutes. Next time play stops them
Jose
freshen
Luis
things up a little.
Palomino. 15 minutes left for play.
It's just weird how eventually you try to tackle people and the game just doesn't allow it because they need to get back into the game. Right, let's make some subs. I didn't realise we were off the pitch, to be honest. Freshen things up. I think we will bring off Bradshaw just purely because he's tired. But he's had a wonderful game today. His passing is his best stat, to be fair, so I'm not surprised his passing's done good. And we'll do that. Moving forward slightly. Bring Alexander off for Sancho. And swap these across. I think everyone else is fine. We'll leave the last substitution in case of injury. Bradshaw's had a really good game today. One of the standout youth players we've had. Maybe not the standout youth player because that belongs to Finlay Alexander, but he's been decent today. And he's got a career ahead of him, but I'm only going to do one more season with United, so unfortunately we may have to sell him on just to see his potential. I might keep him around. If I come back to this off screen or something, just keep it going. If I get bored of FIFA 23 or if I just don't like the game, can I please control my centre-back who is there? Thank you. Game, thank you. Guardiola eventually gets controlled and clears it.
Scott McTominay.
I'd still like to get the win,
Well, the
just for
counter-charge
morale.
looks very real.
Bruno.
Can they take
Onto
advantage
Nunez.
of the situation?
Bruno again.
To be in terms of
Turns
the
his man,
counter-attack.
I thought anyway, but apparently I was incorrect. A good plays outside to right, but I can't go Shaw, so.
He's
Oh,
going
no, I've changed
forward
mine now.
well here,
Oh, I fucked it.
and that puts them in position.
I don't like De Gea rushing out to that. Or that. Go get it, De Gea.
Oh, great block.
Fucking hell, he just doesn't go get it. Why wouldn't he keep going for the second one? He just went back towards his net. What an idiot. Bellingham.
Important
Not going to get there. This is just where the game falls apart. Where the game is not going to allow me to do anything right.
Chance to play it in.
He's offside.
An utterly disappointing
Is he
cross.
not?
Goal
I guess
kick.
he's not. The ball goes across goal. Doesn't end up in the net. We'll just fucking bring on Kukurea. Fuck it.
Here's a change for Manchester United.
Freshens up that position at least. I don't think we'll get an injury in the last 4 minutes. And if we do, it ain't the end of the world. Famous last words from me. It's going to be a slender win, but it's going to be a win enough, and it'll get us through to the next round. But
Jude Bellingham.
as I predicted, Atalanta have really turned on the second half. Fernandes, that was for Nunez because he's on the verge of making a brilliant run, but don't let the the game work, please.
Darwin
Alanga, Nunez.
United
Mars Rai.
afforded too much space. A glorious chance.
Alanga. Oh, it's a great save. Could Sancho get there?
And the keeper hangs
Keeper.
on at the
Their keeper's been good over both legs, I can't lie. It could have been a lot more an aggregate to us, but their keeper has been very good. Bellingham wins that. Alanga. Bruno. Fernandes! Oh, it's a save.
That save, fully stretched he was. One for his own highlights reel.
I think that's it wrapped up, ladies and gents. I don't think there's any worries about what this result is going to be. We do have one more chance to get one more goal though, and it will be Bruno to swing this one in. Bradshaw's gone off now, so his expert delivering skills won't be available. Alright, Bradshaw towards Gvardiol, who is running into the net, so if McCanna's going to take it on instead and put it wide. I don't know why. Gvardiol was interesting there, he ran into the net nearly. It's an awful header. Impressive Bradshaw. Yeah, he had a great 70 odd minutes today. But I had to bring him off purely because of stamina. Definitely, if we keep him around, he's definitely going to get more cup competitions than what he did this season. But to be fair, we brought him up halfway through the season. So, but we are through. A 2-1 win on the day, a 4-1 win on aggregate. It could have been a bit more convincing from us, but Atalanta really got their prime Barcelona on in the second half, got a goal back, and it could have been an equaliser at some points, but again, it would have mattered to the full-time aggregate scoreline.
Well, he was a major reason why they won today.
Josko Gvardiol opening the scoring. Second one was scored by Bradshaw himself, to be fair, and then the consolation was scored by Sergio Canales. Couldn't tell you why he's at Atalanta, but he is there. But we go through it. They crash out. Take a look at the stats. It's probably the right result. They really came for it in the second half, though. 64-36 in terms of possession. 12 shots to 8. And 5.2 expected goals to 2.1. Like I said, their keeper. Brilliant both legs. Credit where credit's due. Man of the match goes to Patrick Bradshaw. Well deserved. Absolutely thoroughly deserved. A goal and an assist from the young Englishman today. Darwin Nunez, 7.5 and an assist. McTominay, Stamina Scott, always in the right place at the right time. And then Josko Gvardiol with the other finish to give us a 7 point, or give himself a 7.3 and give us a route into the next round. David De Gea only get a 6.6. He could have been better today. But It's not in the world. We were already halfway through. We had to fit into the next round as it was. Musso was their man of the match. It really could have been a cricket score again today, like it could have been in the first leg. This aggregate could have gone up to about 10-1 if it wasn't for him. He's had a hell of a double leg here against us. Maybe someone we need to look at as a backup keeper down the line. 9 shots on target, 7 saves. Did concede 2, however. Canales with the goal, 7.3. Zapata coming on off the bench, and he got a 6.8. And for some reason, they're still using Jovic in centre mid. It's fine. It's fine, I ain't getting into it. It's not my club. It's not my choices. So, it looks like Arsenal, Villarreal, and Lyon are through, but I can't remember the aggregate scorelines, so we'll check. What are you yawing at? Oh, here we go. Arsenal 3-0 on aggregate, they go through. Villarreal 5-1 on aggregate, they'll go through. Lyon 3-1 on aggregate, they'll go through. Manchester United, of course, ourselves 4 on aggregate, we will advance. Borussia Dortmund will advance over Leverkusen 3-2 on aggregate. Benfica, actually, I'm surprised at that, but they did beat Juventus 3-2 on aggregate there. Dinamo Kiev will advance against Trabzonspor with a 3-2 aggregate scoreline. And PSG, I thought they could have flopped it, and they kind of almost did again. And it's a 6-4 aggregate for PSG. So those are the 8 teams that will go through. Villa will smite me once again. I don't even think I have Villa again this season. Maybe I do.
Grazie per averci concesso alcuni minuti per rispondere alle nostre domande.
Patrick Bradshaw covered every blade of grass, got himself a goal, was the name of the match. Oh, he was quality today. I mean, since he lost them in Europe in real life. Oh, Villarreal. I thought you meant Aston Villa. So what I've been trying to do, so I get some Youth Academy players up here. I hope we don't get Villarreal next round. After his injury problems, people saw it as a bit of a gamble putting Bellingham back in. Well, he asked for it, and I'm not going to say no. I want to use him in this career mode before I migrate to FIFA 23. So I'm going to try and use him a bit more. We looked very well organised, even without Maguire. But will you miss him if he's out injured long term? Well, he's back tomorrow, mate. So, but we've got a good enough squad.
Lasciamo andare il mister, che ringraziamo.
No more questions. Get away from me, you. All right, Nunez having a little powwow with me here. I've got a couple of messages. Match rescheduled. West Ham will happen a day later. Liverpool will happen a day later. And we've got 1.2 million from the Europa League. Big dub. Yeah, can do. Go to the club after, Jim. Boss, just wanted to say I'm grateful that you kept me in mind even when I was out injured. I'm really glad to be back playing. I know you could offer a team. Didn't score today, but you got an assist and you played well. Thanks for pushing me back into action at last. I definitely felt ready. It was the right decision, wasn't it? It did the trick. And it got us through. So there is the Premier League table. I'm surprised Liverpool haven't played as much as I thought they would have. But they may have played this yeah, they played again, they've won. I'm actually getting sick of Liverpool as human beings. Maguire's asking for a start. You probably get it, to be fair. I'm feeling much better myself, ready to play. Hope you can get me back in the team. You're a big player for us. I know Harry Maguire is fit again, boss, but I hope I've done enough to stay in the side. It's a big moment for me in my career. I'm probably going to start Upamecano and Maguire, to be honest. Guardiola's played a lot recently. I need to keep rotating as best I can. But this is the Premier League table. We obviously haven't played for a little bit. We've been in cup competitions a lot. We're 2 games in hand over Liverpool, and we're 8 points behind them. So if we win both of them, we're back within 2 points of them. But I just need them to slip up, man. Can they just not win every game all the time? Who'd they play? They beat Spurs 2-1, and they beat Villa 3-1. Alright, fair enough. I mean, it's a pain in the arse. What can you do? Looking at the table, or the rest of the table, Liverpool leading the league. United second. City only behind us by 2 points now, but they have played 2 extra games. So if we win the next 2 against Southampton and I guess Man City themselves, we will be in a good spot ahead of them. Chelsea in 4th place. Arsenal and Spurs are within the top 6, the big 6 like it should be. Looking at the relegation zone, it consists currently of Fulham, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest. Guys, we need a moment here. Nottingham Forest have actually won a match. Who did they beat? Who did they beat? Come on. Leeds. Yeah, fuck off, Leeds. Nobody likes Leeds. We always hated Leeds. Nottingham Forest, it was only a 1-0 win, but a win's a win. And they're only 1 point off getting better than that Derby team from 2007-2008. I thought Brentford were making a little recovery, but they'll need to win the next 2 games if they're actually going to recover. And Fulham, of course, got 2 games more than West Brom. But before we do leave off the episode here, I don't know why I backed out of the standings, because I want to go look at the Europa League to see who we've drawn. So, who have we got? Give it to me straight. PSG! I can't be arsed. What is the fucking point? Look, there's Dynamo Kiev, there's Benfica, there's Lyon. I'd even take Arsenal. I'd take any of those teams apart from the team I've actually fucking drawn. I am fuming. Because we're probably out now. That's going to be a bastard of a game. Have they still got all their star players? I know they've got Neymar. I'm going to do a little scout report here before we end. What is the point? I thought, oh, we'll get the Europa League because we can get a Champions League, and then boom, PSG. To be fair, they only just got past Nice, but I'm still interested. It's mental that Burnley got into the Europa League and Hearts. Let's just see who they got. Navas, Areola, Letelier. Why have they got 7 goalkeepers? Well, never. Mbappe, of course. Neymar's got 8 goals in 4 matches. How am I meant to deal with that? Mate. They've got more or less the same squad as they start with, I think. Plus they've got Di Maria. Why have they got Di Maria? Oh, because his contract doesn't expire in career mode, did it? Never mind. They've got Ferland Mendy. He's in your name in there. They've got more or less the same squad. They've got Jorginho. I mean, it's not the greatest signing you've ever done there at PSG, but that is going to be a bastard. Mario Hermoso as well. Such a joke. Yeah, it is going to be Messi versus Ronaldo. I actually have to start Ronaldo, though. I actually have to start Ronaldo. Just purely because it's going to be Messi versus Ronaldo. When do those games fall, then? When do those games fall? Let's take a look. 6th of April and 13th of April. Sandwiching the West Ham game. So the April fixture list has gotten very congested all of a sudden. So, put this way. We've got Southampton, who I want to say we should beat, but we've had struggles with them in the past. We then got Man City, who we might beat. And then we've got West Brom. And then look at the rest of that month. 2 games against PSG. 2 games against Liverpool. West Ham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. How on earth are we going to actually fucking get to the Premier League title? I'll play for a little bit, Reese. But how are we going to get to the Premier League title? We're going to actually have to just pray on a miracle. Who have Liverpool got left? I'm actually going for a full nosy now. We've got 9 games to play. Surely they've got some big teams to play. I mean, they've got us. April is a month of hell. Who do they play next? City. Come on, City, please. I know we're rivals, but you got to do a job for me there. Then they've got Leicester. Leicester could be a wild card. Then they've got us. We could be a wild card, but it's at Anfield. Then they've got Brentford. Then they've got Chelsea. Please, Chelsea. Then they've got West Ham. They kind of got similar games to us, you know. Then they've got Palace. Then they've got Fulham. And where do they finish the season? They finish the season at West Brom. It really is going to be a fun title race. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this episode of the Manchester United Career Mode. A win against, I've got to be played, Atalanta in the Europa League sees us take on PSG in the quarterfinals. So tomorrow it'll be Southampton. Friday it will be Manchester City. Saturday will be West Brom and the first PSG leg. Sunday will be West Ham and the other PSG leg. And then starting next week, it'll be Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool again, and then Arsenal. They've got some tough fixtures, but so do we. I'd argue we have slightly more tough ones, but we do have more games to play. We've got 2 games in hand at the moment. So we'll figure it out. That's all I'm recording for today, though. But I will see you guys next time. Southampton, please just don't score 5 past me. They always seem to score a lot past me to Southampton. Just check the calendar real quick, because I don't think I've actually kept a clean sheet against them this season. Southampton games. Let's take a look at Southampton games. When did we play the Carabao? When did we play the Carabao final? Oh, there it is. We conceded 3 in the Carabao final. We conceded 5 in the fucking league. That was when De Gea was having his shit spell. Where was the other? Have we got Southampton to play again? Oh, we've got Southampton to play again. I was looking for another Southampton game. We've already got them to play again. Mate. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there because I need to mentally reset for the tough fixtures that are about to come up. But I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.